Здравейте, банда, и добре дошли. Днес ще играем Broken Sword 5 The Serpent's Curse. И това ще е последния Broken Sword, който ще играем в моя канал. Аз 3-4 не ги харесвам. Вие знаете, че освен Mass Effect Andromeda, други игри, които не харесвам, не обичам да преигравам, още по-малко пък в канала. Абсурд. Добре дошли. Честит празник. Даже, чакайте малко, аз виж изобщо. Ето да се сменим тайтъла. Про стриминг. Чакай, че написах 1378. Окей, сега. Окей. При мен се чува доста силно. Вече някой като тръгне да гледа и реши да поостане, ще ми кажете как е гласът, как е музиката, моя глас и така нататък.
We must go now.
Papa!
Tiago, go with your mother to the trap. Take this. It will always be your guide.
Yes, Papa.
We will join you shortly. Xavier, the painting. La maledicción. This way.
Signora, it is too late. Go!
No! Papa!
Senor, in here. Search them. Of course. Paris in the spring. Passion, romance, l'amour. I was working in art insurance. It paid the rent, just about. And then, by chance, I met Nico at a private view.
You didn't tell me that you were back in Paris, George?
We should catch up. Let's have lunch.
Nobody move!
Non, monsieur, not la malédiction. Oh.
Stay back.
Once again, Paris had shown me her dark side. A brutal robbery, a senseless murder. Nico and I were about to be drawn into a new and terrifying adventure together. The gallery owner was dead. I guess sometimes playing the hero doesn't pay. My company had insured the exhibition, so I had a crime to solve. The cops would be here soon. I didn't have much time.
Дедле. Добре дошъл. Как я караш? Съгласен съм. Аз точно отпивах от биричката. Така. Човека го убиха за една картина. Тая статуя ми харесва, бе. Много хубаво е нарисувана. Аз ще постоя и ще погледам. iPhone. Аз вече го мразя този човек, бе. Гошо, защо имаш iPhone, бе? Но американец е, да, нормално. Аре, хубаво, не го мразя толкова много. Рикенбакер. После ще се обарим. Painting. Stolen painting. Добре.
The alarm still worked on that painting. I wondered why the stolen painting's alarm hadn't sounded. Challenging and experimental, like the 85K price tag.
85K. Вие удали сте, бе.
This was where the stolen painting had hung. Why that painting? And why kill for it? The stolen painting had an alarm, which should have sounded when the painting was removed. I needed to find out why it hadn't. I pressed the vibration detector pad. Nothing happened. It was a vibration detector pad. It was a vibration detector pad. I pressed the vibration. I pressed the vibration. I pressed the It was a small red button. So, the alarm wasn't broken. I suspected foul play. It was a small red button. It was the speaker cone for the alarm. It hadn't sounded when the painting was stolen. Looked fine to me. That wasn't the reason the alarm didn't go off. So that was why the alarm hadn't sounded. A wire had been cut. by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. This was an inside job. Someone had cut a wire and
Achievement съм ги изключил. Радвам се, че позволява. Добре.
A rare glimpse into the absinthe-addled mind of the artist. A snip at only 80 grand. The label said it was painted in 1932. The gallery wanted 80 grand for it. Just 90,000 for this one. The tag said 60 grand. Wow, nice work if you can get it. Another painting with a working alarm. With luck, the security camera had captured the robbery. The cable for the camera ran into the room marked private. The door was locked with a keypad. If I wanted to get in there and look at the CCTV footage, then I'd need to find the number. For the discerning connoisseur, a soupçon at 80,000. The bust was balanced precariously on the pedestal. I didn't want to knock it off. That bust was pretty impressive. I wondered who'd been the model.
Съгласен съм. Pretty impressive.
That bust was pretty... Another working alarm. So the thief took the only painting whose alarm had been sabotaged. But why that painting? Why that particular one? All I needed was a mere 65,000, and this little gem could be mine. 55,000. Huh, shame. Just outside my price range. I didn't think there was any need. It was clear that only one alarm. 70 grand? Cheap at half the price.
Я да видим пицата,
The
бе.
thief left the pizza box behind. I wondered what was in it.
Я. О!
Well, no surprise there. The
Парче
guy must have
пица.
been hungry. There was only one slice left.
Chewing gum.
It was a blob of chewed gum.
Take it.
It was a blob of It was a blob of
Няма проблеми, тя просто падна там и това е.
No one had noticed the pizza box fall onto the floor. I decided to leave it alone.
Аха, добре, няма проблеми. Дядо Попа.
Excuse me, Father.
Yes, my son.
I'm George Stobart. My company insured the exhibition.
My name is Simeon.
Is there anything I can do?
You can pray for his soul.
A senseless murder.
On the contrary, this killing makes plenty of sense.
What do you mean?
A great evil has taken place. This is the work of the devil.
What?
I am a Dominican priest. I know these things. And now, excuse me, I must pray.
One minute, I'd been planning dinner with Nico. The next, I was talking art theft, murder, and the devil with a priest.
Я да видим умрелия.
Here
Тупе.
today, gone tomorrow.
Нека да му затворим очите.
He definitely looked better. Poor guy. There was a small piece of paper in the dead man's hand. It was too intriguing not to take a look. It read, 2:30 p.m. Be ready. Innocent enough, until I realized that the robbery took place at 2:30 p.m. There was something fishy going on around here, and it wasn't just the canapes.
Просто какви неща са чуват от отвън, ако знаете. Бах му майката, ремонти, работи, все едно. Не знам. Живея в някаква новострояща се зона, то почти е те... Аха, виж още нещо.
In
Туалетна
Henri's
вода.
pocket was a tiny bottle.
Здрасти,
It was a
огънче, добре
bottle of
дошъл.
Brett. The label
И
claimed it would
добър ти ден.
wake the beast within.
Добре ли се чува? Всичко окей ли?
Ah, Brett. The fragrance that dare not speak its name. That wouldn't have worked. I decided to let Henri's I put the glasses back where they were. Best to leave the evidence the way I found it.
А, така. Вижте какви сме невероятни.
I'd picked up a piece of pizza from the gallery floor. It could be useful.
Писа в пица. И аз мога нещо, ако изтърва пица. И после да се я сложа в джоба. Добре, окей. Мога ли да му напръскам тялото? Добре. Да, аз така спомислях.
I didn't want Henri's blood on my hands. There was no way anyone...
Пицата.
I needed a better idea. That wouldn't work. A cryptic note in a bottle of overpowering cologne. No personal effects or anything else of substance. I definitely needed to check out that office. As they say, every artist was first an amateur. I could have bought a nice car for the price of that. I wondered how many paintings they'd sold at these prices. Spanish modernists certainly didn't come cheap. The poster looked old. I didn't want to touch it. The poster looked old. It was Hector Lane, France's greatest art critic. We'd met before. It hadn't ended well. For a moment, I thought he was dead. But from the snoring, I guessed he'd only fainted. Lane was out cold. I was going to need something to bring him around. Lane had fainted. Time to awaken the beast. What?
What was that? It smells like the 70s. Where am I?
You fainted.
Забрах да направя нещо, чакайте. Я чакайте.
The nail clippers were monogrammed with the letters HL. Hector Lane. They must have fallen out of his pocket.
Окей. Той те е можел. Защото трябва да ги вземеш. Както и да е. Окей. Мислех, че тук те е препаднал.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
I wouldn't exactly call this living. Don't just stand there. Get me something to eat. I've had a terrible shock, you know.
Виж как е това. Като имаш шок и хапваш. Пичка.
I found a slice of pizza.
I asked for food, boy, not a cardboard simulacrum.
Oh, okay, if you don't want it.
I didn't say that. Now give it here. Given the circumstances, that was surprisingly acceptable.
Здрасти, дизапоинт.
Now
Добре
what's
дошъл.
been going on?
Честит празник.
Oh,
И аз сямам стрес.
is he
Dead?
Ето
Say
сега
so.
ръфам бадеми.
poor
Много съм стресиран.
chap. Just like him to steal the limelight, though.
Excuse me.
Do I know you?
Yes, our paths have crossed in the Glees Gallery.
Of course, the man with the absinthe. I don't suppose you...
Afraid not.
Pity. I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble remembering your name.
I'm George Stobart. I insured the exhibition.
I hope you have deep pockets then, my boy.
Could I ask you a few questions, Mr. Lane?
Fire away.
Между другото, само искам да спомена, че той, понеже вчера психомет спомена Runaway. Hey, Митрал. Welcome in, buddy. How are you doing? Та исках да спомена, че Runaway, мисля, че последната Twist of Fate, както и Yesterday Origins, имат много подобен енджин на тази игра. Честно, хората, моделите им изглеждат почти същите. Обаче тук съм с една идея по-добри и всичко е по-добро. И много се чудя дали наистина ползват същия енджин. Трябва да проверя. И дали просто тия могат да си правят игрите много по-добре. От Pendulum Studios. Така. I'm doing fine. I was just saying that the style, the graphics, and the engine of this game, it really looks like the ones in the games by Pendulum Studios, especially Yesterday Origins. But this looks on the next level. Definitely better, moves better, feels better. And Yesterday Origins, they have this clunkiness to them. It was similar in the Runaway series, but it was less obvious in Yesterday, but still it was there. And I'm just curious if just that comes to budget or to talent or to experience or to some combination, because there's nothing clunky about it. But anyway, let's go forward.
Did you know the gallery owner?
Of course, we worked together on the exhibition.
Oh, really?
You're right, yeah.
Henri provided the space. I was the creative powerhouse.
How long had you known him?
As a friend, many years. Our professional relationship had only recently blossomed into this exhibition under my curatorial wing. And now the poor fellow's gone and got himself killed.
If Lane was involved with the gallery, then he had to know the code to that door. Do you know anything about the stolen painting?
Of course, dear boy. La Malediccio, a little-known work, turned up at the last minute.
What about the killer? Were you able to get a look at him?
A delinquent in a tin hat. Beyond that, I don't really recall.
Oh, yeah, you fainted.
Those of us with a higher aesthetic are more sensitive to violence.
No, I didn't, because to be honest I have most of the games. It just didn't make any sense. Even if they were really cheap, I have more than 50% of the games. I only got the one that you played for 99 cents. Yeah, yeah. It was 99 cents. How can you not get it? Right? Come on. Yeah, thank you very much for for letting me know about it. There we go. Pro streaming. Guys, this is Mitrel. You know him. He's a retro streamer, point and click adventure games, RPGs, whatever. He's gonna play Mass Effect very soon. I promise. You're welcome. Okay.
So you curated the exhibition? What's it about?
A brilliant retrospective. A dialectical window on European art's ongoing discourse with the unresolved psychoses of the nation-state.
Wow, you took the words right out of my mouth. So you help run this place? Maybe you can give me the code to that door.
The
No,
code
I
to
have
the
played it
office?
already.
I just thought you might have the number.
I do, but I couldn't possibly give you access before the police arrive.
I figured I wasn't going to get the door code from Lane by playing nice. I needed to turn the heat up.
But I have not played the second episode. So once we finish this, then we're going into Terra Incognita.
Mr. Lane, you're really going to have to give me the code to that door.
And why, pray, should I do that?
Because the way the cops will see it, you're the prime suspect. We both know you're innocent, Mr. Lane, but the cops, well, they may not see things so simply. I might be able to get them off your case, but in exchange, I'd like the code for the office door.
But that's preposterous. The police would have neither evidence nor motive.
Funny you should mention that. Someone sabotaged the alarm on the stolen painting. A wire was cut.
What? Who could have got into the alarm system?
Exactly. It was an inside job, Mr. Lane.
You're not suggesting that I...
Well, I'm afraid that's the way the cops are going to see it.
That's preposterous. How could I
Дели,
possibly have cut the
братле,
wire?
не съм пробвал.
An unusual painting turns up at your exhibition and gets stolen. Doesn't look good, does it?
And your point is?
The cops are going to ask some awkward questions. But you give me the code to the CCTV room, and I'll do my best to point him elsewhere.
I cannot let you into that room, Mr. Stobart. Besides, Henri found La Maledictio, not me. I had nothing to do with it.
This is an inside job for sure, Mr. Lane. The police are going to be very interested in your recent movements.
I've been out of town for several days, and last night I retired early.
Just saying.
You're not going to scare me into giving you that door code, you know.
I was onto something here, and I knew it. Lane was sweating. It wasn't pretty. Don't suppose you've changed your mind about giving me that door code?
Certainly not. Give me one good reason why I should.
I might just do that, Mr. Lane. Are these your nail clippers, Mr. Lane?
Yes, they have my initials monogrammed on them.
Huh. The perfect implement for cutting the alarm on the stolen painting.
What are you saying?
Well, the alarm was sabotaged, Mr. Lane. It was an inside job.
Are you accusing me? How dare you? I had no reason to kill Henri, no motive whatsoever.
Okay, but I don't think the cops will see it like that. And I sure would like that door code. How about some more of this?
I don't think so. As a
I hate to say this, Mr. Lane, but you're going to be the #1 suspect for this murder.
So you keep saying, Mr. Stobart.
So you'd been out of town and hit the sack early last night?
That's right. I've not been near the gallery for days.
Mr. Lane, this robbery is not going to reflect well on you.
As I said, I shall take my chances. You're not getting that door code.
Well, you got to admit, the cut wire doesn't look good for you.
As I said, this is a preposterous allegation.
Father?
Yes, my son.
What did you mean when you said that a great evil had taken place?
Your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour.
What?
Peter 5:8. The devil is all around, Mr. Stobart.
Did Henri say anything before he died?
He said, "Stop the car, I want to get in."
What does that mean?
We may never know.
What brought you to the exhibition, Father?
The painting.
Which one?
La Maledictio, of course.
The painting that was stolen.
I had to confront the evil.
Evil.
I think there's something strange going on here.
Yes, Mr. Stobart. At last you see the truth.
No, Father, I mean that the robbery looks like an inside job.
The devil's work is always an inside job.
A wire in the painting's alarm was deliberately cut.
Cut by the devil himself, perhaps.
Well, as far as I know, sightings of guys with horns and tails have been a little down recently.
You mock me, Mr. Stobart. But as you will discover, the devil likes to have the last laugh.
Do you know the code to get into the office?
No, but you could always pray and ask for divine guidance.
With respect, Father, I'm looking for a slightly quicker solution. What do you know about the man who painted La Maledictio?
El Serp. He was a man playing with fire, the fire of eternal damnation.
Tell me about the stolen painting.
Whoever gets close to it will burn in hell.
Hey, Father, how about a squirt?
I think not.
Do you recognize these?
Nail clippers? I'm not sure what your point is.
Father?
Yes, my son.
Take a look at this, Father.
I've already given you.
Is there anything else you can tell me about La Maledizio?
I've said everything I care to on the subject.
Do you know anything else about El Serp?
I've already told you everything I can.
Take a look at this, Father.
I've already given you my thoughts about that.
I decided to leave it alone. I decided to leave it alone. I needed a better idea.
Окей, дедли.
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of mail.
I've been away from Paris for several days and only got back this morning. How could I have cut that wire?
I hate to say this, Mr. Lane, but you're going to be the...
So,
Mr. Lane, this robbery...
keep
Guilty by...
sheer.
So you'd been...
That's right.
The street was quiet and upmarket. Not the kind of place for an opportunist thief.
Важното е, че какво виждаме първо? Туалетната. Климатич. Ски, какво е яка? Каква яка уличка?
You gotta hand it to the French. They know how to take a leak in style.
Такива съм виждал в Амстердам.
It was a pissoir. Nope.
Ах, виж го, Гошо мръсника, бе! Виж го! Ето го. Гошо. Копелето.
The room looked like some sort of office for the gallery. I could just see the glow of the CCTV monitor in the corner. It looked like the office for the gallery. From out here, you couldn't see the stolen painting. This robbery was definitely planned. I've always been a sucker for Parisian stained glass.
Това мисля, че е Unity Engine. Айде.
Excuse me.
Monsieur?
There's just been a robbery at the gallery.
Oh, really?
You don't sound surprised.
All property is theft, monsieur. And all art is property. Therefore, all art is theft. Do you not agree?
Well, when you put it like that, it's hard not to. Did you see anybody run out of the gallery earlier?
There was a beautiful woman with a camera. She was chasing somebody.
Oh, that must have been Nico.
You know her? You surprise me.
Can you tell me anything about the man she was chasing?
I assume, monsieur, that like all of us, he is inherently unknowable.
No wonder this guy's cafe was empty. The gallery owner, Henri, was shot dead trying to stop the robbery.
Life has no meaning the moment you lose the illusion of being eternal.
Right. Did you know him well?
Can we ever truly know another human being, monsieur? He spent little time at the cafe, unlike his friend, Monsieur Lane.
What do you know about Le Lizard Bleu?
It's bourgeois, vacuous, and overpriced. Just like its curator Lane. He's always in here, you know, talking art to his latest flusée.
What do you know about Hector Lane?
Lane? Oh yes. He drinks here sometimes. He slid away last night without paying.
Last night? What sort of time?
After midnight for sure. If you see him, give him this bill and tell him to pay up next time.
The check was from last night. But Lane told me he was nowhere near the gallery.
Хванахме го мръсника, бе.
His door code from-
По-голям мръсник от Гошо е.
Would you like a squirt of this?
Are you suggesting I smell, monsieur?
No, sorry. Do you recognize these?
They are nail clippers.
Thank you for your consistent indifference, monsieur.
Perhaps next time you come, I will give you a coffee. Perhaps not.
Този е много френдли.
Lane had run up quite a bill at the cafe.
Това най-вероятно е овче. Сирини.
The menu offered black coffee and a short list of soft drinks.
Толкова.
The menu offered
Някой тук е прострял. Чорапи, морапи. Чорапите са много важно нещо. Трябва да се купувам нови чорапи. Не знаете как е. Те все трябва да се купуваш нови.
the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, the highest point in Paris. Impressive.
Добре, дай да отидем при този господин да му кажем, кавал, ти с нощ си поркал и сега ми кажеш, че не си поркал. А майка ти и баща ти? А? Нещастник. Ай сега, господине, я да видим сега, какво ще измислиш?
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
И сега какво ще стане?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
И сега
Guilty
веднага.
by way of nail clippers.
I've been away from...
Сега да му кажем, това докато сипвам водичка.
Take a look at this.
What of it?
It's your bill from the cafe next door.
So?
It's dated yesterday. Last night, in fact. 12:30 to be exact. You said you were out of town. You sure drank a lot of champagne last night without paying the bill. But you told me that you were away from Paris last night. I hate to say it, but that sounds like a lie to me. Tell you what, you give me the code to the door, and the police need never know. A motive and proof of involvement. Not looking good, Mr. Lane.
You are a blackmailer, Stobart.
Blackmailer
Just do my job.
indeed.
All right. You have me. The number is 6397. But I admit to none of these spurious accusations.
I had the code. The police would be here any moment, so I had to work fast. What was that number again? 642... No.
Everyone, hold it right there.
Damn it.
I am Inspector Navet of the Paris Serious Crime Squad, and I hereby declare this crime scene open.
Oh no!
Closed.
Closed.
Nobody move, especially you on the floor. Mo, I want a total lockdown. Nobody in or out. Apart from me, of course.
I needed to get back into the gallery, but a familiar figure was guarding the door. It was Sergeant Mou. Our paths had crossed before.
Какво правим? Ще. Return to game.
The
Nicoleta.
pissoir was decorative and unpleasant. The body was still in there. I had to get back inside. It was an office. The room was full of strange trinkets.
Виж го Гошо мръсника, бе, виж го, бе. Ето го, виж го къде е отишъл другия. Най-големия мръсник. Точно до другото заведение да изяде всичко. Гошо мръсника. Който ме буди в 5 часа сутринта. И ми усира терасата.
Sergeant Mou, we meet again.
Aha, Madame Collard. An unexpected pleasure.
I was in the gallery at the time of the theft. Can I get back in?
I am sorry, but I am under strict orders from Inspector Navet. Nobody in, nobody out. And I must correct you, madame. It is no longer just a theft. It is a murder.
Mon Dieu!
Murder.
That poor man! I witnessed the crime. I've got to get back in there.
I'm sure you can make an official statement in good time.
I saw the thief. I think I can help the investigation.
I am implacable, Madame Collard.
Who is Inspector Navet?
The most promising young investigator on the force. A genius, a man blessed with almost superhuman insight.
He sounds highly perspicacious.
Madame, it is not for us to talk about the inspector's...
Perspicacious.
He is about to solve his
Perfidious.
third case in as many days.
So, what's he got that the other investigators don't have?
Blood spatter. He is the world expert. He reads the entrails of the crime scene like a book.
I really need to get into the gallery and speak to Inspector Navet.
Tut. He is not to be disturbed. He is applying his famous scientific methods. Any moment now, the case will be cracked. I certainly hope so. I am dog-tired and want to go home.
I chased after the shooter and got a photo of him.
Inspector Navet will be delighted.
You've got to let me into the gallery to show him.
Absolutely not.
So, I cannot go in without Inspector Navet's permission?
No.
And to get Inspector Navet's permission, I need to go in.
Exactement.
Have you ever heard of Kafka, Sergeant Mu?
Madame Collard, I do not see what soccer players have to do with this.
No, he's a... Never mind. This was madness. Sergeant Mu wasn't going to let me in. Why are you so tired, Sergeant Mu?
I have been working for 3 days with no rest. Navet is a genius in his field, and he assumes that we all have his energy and vigor.
Oh, you poor man. If you'd like to go and get some sleep, I will watch the door for you.
That's very thoughtful of you. Ha! A cunning attempt to make me a deserter, madame. A gendarme never leaves his post.
Well, how about a hot drink?
Ah, that would do the trick for sure. Unfortunately, I mustn't drink on duty. My doctor specifically warned me against it after the last... incident.
That incident you mentioned, what happened exactly?
I don't want to talk about it. All I can say is it was very unfortunate. I am on duty, and I need to focus.
Here's my press card. Do you have a statement for the paper?
Yes, madame. Stay away from the crime scene and let the police do their job. And always leave a light on when you go out at night.
Thanks a lot, Sergeant Mu. You've been so helpful. Salut.
Bonjour, madame.
Thanks a lot, Sergeant Mu. You've been so helpful.
Така. Гошо мръсника. Забелязвам го навсякъде. Този сега със сигурност няма да е сексист.
Madame,
Bonjour, monsieur.
whatever it is you want, we are closed.
Then why are you standing here?
You would not understand, madame.
Try me.
Because I look at you and I know you are like all the others.
The others?
The pretty women who shop, who
Ah,
gossip,
pretty
who have
women.
the spa days, the almond croissant,
That bad, huh?
and the men with their grooming products and their shiny shoes and their skinny suits who come to my cafe and ask me for lattes, macchiatos, frappes.
I see your point.
Is this what we fought on the barricades for, madame? Ripped up the paving slabs, bled on the streets.
Isn't it?
No, madame, it is not. We fought for ideas, for philosophy, for freedom, equality, fraternity.
Vive la révolution.
And do you know what drove us on as we fought? What fueled the streets of Paris in that glorious spring? What made our hearts soar?
Cheap wine and free sex?
No, madame, no! It was French Café Noir that inspired us. The simple demi-tasse. The black, sweet taste of freedom.
So that's why you closed?
Yes, madame. I serve only thinkers, philosophers, revolutionaries. And you, madame, with your polite top and your pointy ears, are none of those things.
This is a cafe.
Yes, to the right people.
On any other day, I would have given this guy a straight one to the chin. But there was a chance he could help me get into the gallery. press card. It opens some doors. Hi, George. I'm outside the gallery.
Thank God you're safe, Nico.
Inspector Moo is out here and he's not letting me in. I managed to grab a couple of photos, but the guy got away.
Poor Henri is dead.
I know. Why kill him?
I've been trying to find out. Turns out the alarm was tampered with. Looks to me like an inside job.
So, no ordinary robbery.
And no ordinary painting. The priest claims that La Maledictio is evil. I need to get into the office and see what the CCTV has to offer. Maybe you can help me out when you get back in here?
Ronnie, I'm at the exhibition over in Montmartre. You won't believe the scoop I've got.
You're kidding me. That place is a dump. What could possibly have happened to make it exciting?
A painting's been stolen and the gallery owner's been shot.
What? Okay, speak to anybody who saw what happened. Scope out the place. And call me as soon as you get a story. If you're quick, we can make the evening edition. Bye, Nicole.
This could be the scoop I'd been waiting years for.
Did you?
Monsieur,
Monsieur.
Life is fleeting, madame. The sands of time are running through your fingers.
well,
Fingers.
that may be, but
We know not what we want, and yet we are responsible for what we are.
there's been a crime.
That is terrible, madame. But you know what they say.
No, but I think you're going to tell me.
Life begins on the other side of despair. C'est vrai, no?
Well, I guess so. He was pushing me to the point of despair.
During the riots, we battled the forces of oppression.
Oh, really? That must have been terrifying.
It was, except that they made me stay behind the barricades with the other baristas. We made coffee by the liter to fuel the resistance. I've never brewed so much coffee. Of course, our brave heroes spent half their time going for a pee. But with our coffee inside them, they fought the running dogs all night long.
None of this was helping me get past Sergent Moo.
Au revoir.
Here's my press card.
La liberté. Madame, you are not the person that I took you to be. You must accept my deepest, my most profound apologies.
Well, of course I accept. But why?
La Liberté, the great journal of freedom. At the height of the battle, as the tear gas blew and the blood flowed, it was La Liberté which carried the voice of our revolution to the world. I know now that you are not the kind of woman who would ask me for almond croissant. You are a true daughter of France, and I am your humble servant.
Monsieur,
The road to enlightenment is a long one, but
could we have a little chat?
anytime.
The waiter didn't need to see my... How about some coffee?
For you, madame, of course. There is only one coffee that I can serve you. Black, strong, and in a tiny cup. One moment. Here is your coffee, madame.
Thank you, monsieur. The coffee was hot and strong. Could you make me a coffee to go?
For a fellow revolutionary? Of course, madame. One moment. Here's your takeaway coffee, madame.
Thank you, monsieur. Did you see anything happen at the gallery earlier?
I saw you running after a pizza delivery guy. Somebody said he killed someone.
That's true. He stole a painting and shot the gallery owner.
How close we are to death. And yet how far from ever comprehending it.
Well, right now I need to get back inside and figure out what happened.
I applaud you, madame. To seek the truth is a worthy ambition.
As a journalist, that is my duty.
Окей, бада на бърза биопочивка и продължаваме.